Hello, everyone. Can you all hear me? I guess I have to unmute.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Actually, I was expecting more people to attend because according to the administration, we have more than 40 participants have filled the form and are willing to book the service. But similar to online meetings, usually people have their own excuses. Maybe they, I don't know, maybe at work, maybe they missed the meeting time, maybe they prefer a personal contact instead of a public meeting like this. But anyway, I would like to thank you all who have made it today to attend the orientation session. And I would like to thank also the student counselors, part of our student counselors team who managed to be here today. Let me first start by give a very brief introduction about our institute before moving forward in the session. And before doing this, today's session is not quite long, so probably we will have 20 to 30 minutes presentation. And the presentation will be split between me and Mrs. Maya Afifi, our institute logistics and events manager. Then we will have questions and answer session, but since we don't have a lot of people here, so probably the whole session will take around 30 minutes to finish, 30 to 40 minutes maximum to finish. So let me start first with my part of the presentation by introducing briefly M&S Research Hub. Okay. So first I will be introducing very briefly M&S Research Hub Institute. Then Mrs. Afifi, our institute manager, will be speaking about the study support service, why we have started this service as a distinct department under the academic division, and what is the purpose from launching this service in principle. And then we will move forward to studying in Germany. Why Germany should be your next destination or your destination for your next degree. Then we will give a quick overview about the application process at the service and the different stages that the applicant will have to go through until reaching to his or her destination at the end. So M&S Research Hub is an academic and research institute which is headquartered in Kassel, Germany. And we have two divisions, the academic division, which I am managing. My name is Dr. Hassan. I am the director of the academic division. And we have another division which has different objective and different mission, which is irrelevant for our conversation and our session today. Under the academic division, in general, we work and offer and organize sessions related to advanced statistics, advanced econometrics and data analytics courses, trainings and seminars. But the study support service is a distinct department under the academic division with a very considerable importance in a sense. And Mrs. Afifi will speak today a little bit about our study support service and the motivation behind starting the service in principle. And then I will come again at the end to discuss more about the application process. Please, Mrs. Afifi.
Hello, can you hear me all?
Hello, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Hassan, for this introduction. First of all, I want to thank you all to be here with us right now. And no one can deny that there is a very strong indication that every one of you have a special successful thinking about this, about his future. And I want to introduce myself at the beginning. My name is Maya Afifi. I am the events and marketing manager of M&S Research Hub. And I'm also a pharmacist. I live in Germany. In the last 5 years, I have got my bachelor degree as a pharmacist from an Egyptian university. And then I have founded my own pharmacy. At the same time, I have worked in a multinational company called Novartis. Maybe you know about it. And after 5 years, I have left all of this and moved to Germany to start from the scratch here and learn the German language to be able to finish my application as a pharmacist, because I couldn't work with my bachelor and master's degree as well. Because my university was a big university in Egypt, but it wasn't accredited. It's also not acceptable in worldwide. That's why I have started here from the scratch. And after that, after I finished my application, I work as a pharmacist now, and now I'm a manager of one of the biggest pharmacies in Germany. I have told you that because what I went through in my life had brought me to the thinking that we are losing our time, losing our money through studying in countries which are not acceptable from the developed world. We are paying money, we are paying time, and leaving all what we have done in a time for traveling to another country to start from the scratch to live a better life, because we deserve it. And my story is not the only one in our team, but we have also another team of us has a similar one, also has a similar story to tell about it. From this point, we as a team in MS Research Hub has established this department to help all the students around the world to get their degree from top world universities in Germany, to have directly after high school the best beginning ever. And not only for students who are graduated from high schools, but also for graduated students who wants to equip themselves with a high knowledge and special techniques to have a good place in the super fast, challenging future we are living today, just because you deserve it. My point of view. That's why we will try to stand by all of you, all of students, to help you getting the tools which enables you being admitted into German universities. On the other hand, I wanted to highlight why we have open student support service only for German universities. Why have we chosen Germany as a dreamland of education? And now I want to hear from you if you have an experience in Germany, or if you have heard about Germany. Why can we choose Germany as a land of education? Can anyone of you told me about what he knows about Germany? Hello?
Yes, well, I never exactly studied in Germany, but I was interested in studying in Germany over the last years. I heard out that the prices, the costs are really low, especially public universities,
Mm-hmm.
and also the kind of credit or international qualification it's one of the highest. So that's what I heard from studying in Germany.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
Well, I can
Um.
add something also, Fifi. I mean,
Yeah.
after finishing one master's degree in German universities and one PhD degree from German universities, and before this, I finished a master's degree in Egypt. So I can give a relative comparison between what kind of knowledge did I get from my postgraduate degree from Egypt, as an example of a developing country educational system, relative to a master's degree, which I got from Germany here, representing a system, a postgraduate system from a developed country. So there is a big difference indeed. I mean, it's like, as you highlighted, it's like you're starting from the scratch. It's like I haven't got anything. I haven't learned anything. I needed to start all over again to be able to actually practice my career and understand the foundations of my field of interest. So yes, there is a big difference, I have to say.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you all for what you told. This is. I want to stress what have been told. Yes. Now there is in my point of view, there is a lot of reasons why we can travel and educate in Germany, but I have to told only 5 reasons. As a first place, number 1, which distinguish Germany from the other countries, is studying in Germany is for free. Is at a very low cost. Can you study in the best universities in the world? There are 2 types of universities in Germany. There are public universities and private universities, like all other countries. Public universities, which are seemingly free, you pay around $400 per semester, and you get a ticket which allows you to travel freely. And the other one is a private universities, but you have to pay. But the application process in these universities is very easier as a public universities. This is number 1, that the public universities in Germany is for free. Number 2, live in Germany is cheap. So you are not going to burden yourself with a high other living costs, like food, like groceries. Living in Germany is also cheap. Not only education in Germany, but living in Germany is also cheap. Number 3, as a student, you have the option after finishing your studying in Germany, you have the option to take a residence permit for 1.5 years to find a good job after finishing your degree. It's independent if you have a bachelor degree or master's degree or doctoral degree, you have the option to have a one half year as a resident permit to get a good job in Germany. Number 4, as a student, you have also the option to work maximum 20 hours per week and to get a minimum hourly rate in Germany with 950 euros per hour. And you can work also with a minimum salary in Germany, 450 euros per month. Number 5 and the last, as a benefit of learning German language also, which is very growing and highly demanded globally, the German language. All of us, I think many people or most of the people around the world can speak English, but little ones can speak Germany. If you master the German language, you can write your name with gold, really with gold, in the German labor market and get the best job chances around the world. I have get the end of my talk. I have told you about why have we established this department to help all the students around the world to get a best degree from the best universities in Germany. And I have told you also why have we chosen Germany as our dream land of education. At the end of my talk, I want to tell you all that every one of us can achieve his or her dream through getting the right way and start correctly. So that's why don't leave your chance pass away from you, but get it and catch it and make for yourself a place where you can't or haven't imagined to be in one day, like many other successful peoples in the world. It's possible to do it. And we will be with you to achieve your dream and attend and get a highly qualified, certified, accredited certificate. Thank you very much, and I will leave you with Dr. Hassan.
Thank you, Fafi. Thank you very much for the part of the talk, a motivational part of the talk. So I will take it again from here. So what can you expect after going through this journey and booking the service? I mean, it's a journey because it's not like a process which takes few weeks and then you are completed and you can pack your bag and then you come to Germany and that's it. No, it takes effort. It takes time. It can take up to 6 months until finishing admitting to all your target study programs, apply to possible scholarships. It's a long journey. And I have to be honest with you. From my personal experience and career experience, not everyone has the persistence and patience to achieve his dream, but only those who care and stay focused on their dream achieve something at the end. So what can you expect? Then you can earn a worldwide recognized degree, as Frau Afifi has mentioned. I mean, Germany has part, or maybe most of German universities are classified as top 100 world universities. And if think about it, if you can enter and get a degree from these universities at a very low cost relative to Canada or US or UK, I mean, you will be earning a very good degree. Also, moving to Europe, moving to another continent, if you are not currently resident in Europe and other places, moving to Germany means moving to Europe, because this is an European Union. And once you moved here, you will have a chance to travel all over Europe, to explore new culture, to meet new people, to live a new life simply. And these experiences is what enrich our life, enrich our minds, and give you further dimensions of your career and your understanding. Also, if you planned after finishing your degree to settle in Germany, okay, this is a good choice. And the German labor market is very rich market. I mean, I will be sharing with every one of you, also other people who have not attended today, part. I mean, this presentation will be shared, and another part of presentation which shows more details and more information about Germany, and why Germany in the last few years is becoming the top destination for international students. But even if you decided to return to your country after getting your degree, I mean, returning your country with a degree from a German university means a lot. Depending on, even regardless which country you're getting back to. I mean, it's a prestigious degree, and it means you got accredited to be knowledgeable in your field of interest by having a degree from a German university. So let's quickly go through the application process and the different stages of the process. This support is, I mean, this service will be provided for all students who are willing to get enrolled in bachelor, master, or PhD degree in all fields. And the application process is quite simple, and I will be also sharing with you, or the administration will be sharing with you a detailed guide of these stages and the duration of each stage. So stage one, you will be working with an educational counselor. You will be assigned with an educational counselor who will be helping you to locate all possible study programs and financing opportunities in your field. Then at stage two, we will provide professional guidance in filling and submitting these applications correctly and properly, because locating the program is something, and filling the application and the needed and providing the required documents for this specific program is a different thing. And it's not very easy and not very straightforward for many universities in Germany. And at this stage, many people got stuck because they simply don't know what the university wants from them. And this is where our support, our educational counselor will be working with you closely to provide guidance to finish this process at the best way. And stage three, I mean, yes, so stage two and stage three is quite similar. It's cautious and live support throughout the application process for universities and scholarship. So this is only a detailed of what I have mentioned here. So regardless, I mean, your study program is an online or campus study, whether you're willing to study in private or public universities, it's the same. Our support will cover all these kind of admission objectives. And I have to remind you and remind myself also that investment in education always pays the highest returns. It's not about investing in real estate, investing in stocks and bonds. This is the only type of investment. Actually not. Investment in education is something that's worth actually investing for. As I said also that especially for PhD candidates, the process is much more complicated, regardless of your field of interest, because getting admitted as a PhD candidate in a German university is dependent on receiving an acceptance letter from a supervisor or from a German affiliated professor in this specific university. And actually getting into a professor to open your email or even show interest in your proposal is very, very, very challenging. And as you will see from the slides that I will be sharing with you later on, Germany is growing to be one of the top destination countries in the world for international students. So every professor, I bet, is receiving hundreds of emails every day about people and students willing to enter his department as PhD candidates. How can you catch his interest? How can you formulate a proposal scientifically that catches his interest and meet the requirements and the needs of the German schools? This is challenging, and this is also where our student counselors will be working with the applicants personally to help them with this. Yes, so this is also what I was saying. So this is the PhD proposal, how you are writing your proposal scientifically, because our student counselors are coming from different backgrounds, but we cannot cover all scientific backgrounds. I mean, for instance, if you're willing to apply for a PhD in, for example, rocket science, I mean, this is something demanding actually in Germany. We don't have someone who is an expert or he's a graduate from rocket science masters or rocket science PhD. But we know how can you scientifically structure a PhD proposal, regardless of the field of interest or the topic of the proposal. There are a specific way of structuring the proposal. For instance, I mean, this is something I have learned throughout my career. As shorter the proposal is, as the more concrete and the more able to attract the supervisor, more than longer proposal. And usually proposals in the German educational system is maximum 2 pages. How can you formulate your idea in 2 pages scientifically? This is challenging, and this is where our support will come based on experience, as our team is mainly graduates from German universities, either master's graduates or doctoral graduates, or even active in the labor market like how Afifi, our institute manager. And so they have the knowledge, they have the experience, and they know exactly what these people need from you, or these people need to see in your proposal and in your application. It's another word of inspiration by Einstein. So one final word before opening the questions and answer session. As said, we will accommodate all requests at all fields, at all universities, public and private universities. And for applicants at public universities, we cannot guarantee a decision. No one can guarantee a decision at a public university in Germany, or even if you have chosen to apply for a scholarship. No one can guarantee this. But what we can do for you is to work hardly to increase the chances of getting an approval at your desired study program or a scholarship. However, if you applied at one of our partner private universities, our team is involved in the decision process. And so we can guarantee an admission decision if you decided to apply to private universities in your field of interest. This is what we can guarantee. But for public universities, we cannot guarantee, and no one actually can do this. So, I mean, this concludes the presentation today. And as I said at the beginning, the journey is not quite easy. It requires continuous support, continuous guidance, and you'll be staying in touch with your educational counselor throughout the journey. It can take months of continuous work and effort, but it's worth it. And if you're willing to take serious steps towards achieving your dream, then you are at the right place. And we will be working hard with every one of you to welcome you eventually in Germany and in your target university. Thank you very much. So let me stop sharing here. So we're done from the presentation, and now if any one of you has any questions, please go ahead.
Hi, can I ask the first question?
Yes, please, Mr. Rivers.
All right. What is the average price difference between the public and the private universities in Germany?
Well, Mr. Rivers, public universities in general, as Mrs. Afifi have highlighted, usually you pay $400 every semester.
All right.
Around $400, and in exchange for these fees, you will get a public transport ticket, which enables you to ride free of charge in all public transport in your province, not only in your country where your university be located, but in the entire province. While private universities, Mr. Rivers, I will be sharing. Let me open this other file here because it will help us to answer your question. Yes. So this is the main difference. So this is some general differences between public and private university. Let me share the screen again. While private universities fees vary depending on the university, study level, and programs that you are applying for. So if you're applying for a natural science programs, the fees will be higher. If you're applying for a social science program, the fees will be lower, depending on where the university is in Germany. A university in Berlin or Hamburg, these big countries, big rich countries, most likely it will be much more expensive than other universities. There is no specific price as far as I know. I mean, it will depend on every situation, Mr. Rivers. That's why I cannot give you an accurate number for private universities. But what I'm sure from is that private universities in Germany are quite cheaper than private universities in many other countries, depending on experience.
All right. All right. Thank you, Dr. Hussein.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, so I would like to thank you, and the administration will be forwarding a copy of this session, a copy of the slide showing different statistics about Germany and why Germany is the third most popular study destination for international students. Also, the administration will be sharing the detailed guidelines of the process, the study support service, and the different stages, detailed stages, the duration of each stage, and the fees associated with this service. So, thank you again, and wish you all the best with your life and your career, and um, looking forward to welcome every and each one of who have submitted a study support form to Germany and to start his study in his dream university. Thank you.
Thank you also.
Thank you, Dr. Hussein. Thank you.